Welcome back to Rare Coin Archive, where legends aren't always written in books, sometimes they're hiding in your spare change. Picture this, a coin so small, most people wouldn't even stoop to pick it up. Just one little 1964 South African 1 cent coin, once worth next to nothing, now selling for over $75,000. That's not a typo. A single cent now worth more than most people's annual salary. But what happened? How did this unassuming bronze coin become one of Africa's most elusive treasures? And more importantly, could you be holding one right now without even knowing it? Stick with us. Because this isn't just the story of a coin, it's the story of accidents, anomalies, and a rare twist of fate that turned copper into gold. Let's rewind. It's 1964. The air is heavy with change. Apartheid casts a long shadow over South Africa. Yet amid the tension of the times, life goes on. A loaf of bread? A few cents. A bus ride across town? One small copper coin. That coin was the 1964 South African 1 cent, a humble little bronze disc with a sparrow on the back and Jan van Riebeeck on the front. It was everywhere, in wallets, pockets, under cushions, at the corner cafe. But what no one knew was that some of these coins weren't quite right. At first glance, the 1964 1 cent coin is ordinary. Reverse side, the iconic sparrow, detailed, perched gently on a branch. A symbol of everyday life. Obverse side, Jan van Riebeeck, father of the Cape Colony, staring stoically into history. But here's where the story takes a turn. In a year full of political unrest and economic shifts, something unusual happened inside the South African mint. A handful of these coins were struck on the wrong metal, possibly aluminum or nickel instead of bronze. Others were hit with misaligned dies, creating ghost-like double images known as double die errors. And together, these two mistakes, a rare planchet and a double die, created one of the most valuable African coins ever discovered. In the world of numismatics, mint errors are gold not because they're perfect, but because they're flawed in a way no one could ever recreate. When a coin is accidentally minted on the wrong metal, it's called a planchet error, and it's like catching lightning in a bottle. Add to that a double die where the coin's design appears twice, and you've got a perfect storm of collectability. So what makes these coins fetch up to $75,000? Rarity. Fewer than a dozen confirmed examples are known to exist. Condition. To command that price, it must be nearly flawless, graded MS66 or higher. Provenance. Coins with traceable origins and professional authentication always sell higher. And of course, demand. Serious collectors will pay anything to fill the rarest gap in their collection. Take the story of one Johannesburg man who discovered an old biscuit tin in his late grandfather's attic. Inside, buttons, foreign coins, and at the bottom, a dull 1 cent piece. But this one looked odd. The weight felt off. The metal seemed silvery. The engravings were doubled. Weeks later, after professional grading and verification, the results came in wrong planchet. Double die. MS67 condition. Value? $75,000 at auction. All from a coin that sat ignored for over 50 years. Why 1964? South Africa was undergoing massive changes, not just politically but economically. The mint was experimenting with new metals, switching suppliers, and battling old machinery. In times of transition, mistakes happen. And it's these mistakes that become treasured anomalies. Though 1963 and 1965 have their own small tales, it's 1964 that holds the crown, the year of accidental brilliance. So before you pass by that jar of coins or dismiss that old drawer full of junk change, take a second look. The 1964 South Africa 1 cent coin may be small, but its story is monumental. It's a tale of flawed perfection, historical serendipity, and a reminder that even the smallest things can hold extraordinary value. If the story inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another hidden treasure. And hey, if you've got a coin story of your own, drop it in the comments. You might just be featured in our next episode. Until next time, stay curious, keep collecting, and remember, one coin can change everything. Welcome back to the Rare Coin Archive. In today's exciting episode, we're diving into the world of rare coins, exploring one that has truly shocked the numismatic community. The 1991 2 cent coin from South Africa. Yes, you heard that right. A tiny 2 cent coin that's now valued at a jaw-dropping $4 million. So buckle up, because today we're going to uncover its fascinating journey, the unique features that make it so rare, and how this humble coin became a modern numismatic treasure. Before we talk about the $4 million price tag, let's rewind to the year 1991. This 2-cent coin was minted in South Africa as part of the country's standard currency. Originally introduced in the 1960s during South Africa's decimalization, when the old South African pound was replaced, the 2-cent coin became a small yet important denomination in everyday use. The 1991 2-cent coin is especially notable for its design. On one side, it features an image of 2 Cape sparrows, native to South Africa. The reverse shows the denomination 2C, the year 1991, and the words South Africa in both English and Afrikaans. While millions of these coins were minted, only a tiny number were produced with a unique and highly valuable minting error, and that's where the story gets really interesting. Among the 1991 batch, a rare error variation was discovered. Known among collectors as the 1991 2-cent Cape Sparrow misalignment error, this version was struck with a noticeable misalignment on the obverse side, causing the bird image to appear off-center or distorted. It might sound like a small flaw, but in the world of coin collecting, such minting errors can make all the difference. These types of errors are not only rare, they're prized. And in the case of this coin, it's estimated that fewer than 10 of these error coins were ever produced, making it one of the rarest modern South African coins in existence. Let's break it down. In the world of numismatics, one thing is always true: rarity equals value. Combine that with historical context, and you've got the recipe for a $1 million coin. Back in 1991, South Africa was going through massive political and social change. Nelson Mandela had just been released from prison, and the country was on the verge of ending apartheid. Coins minted during this pivotal era are now seen as historical artifacts, increasing their appeal and worth. As collectors and investors caught wind of the rare 1991 era 2-cent coin, demand began to surge. Over the years, its value skyrocketed from just a few cents to an unbelievable $4 million. If you have a 1991 South African 2-cent coin, take a close look. Here's what to look for. Misalignment on the obverse side. The image of the Cape sparrows may appear off-center or slightly rotated. Look for any distortion in the bird's outlines or the surrounding border. Make sure to check the overall condition. A coin in excellent condition with minimal wear will fetch a much higher price. If your coin matches these traits, you might just have one of the rarest coins in modern numismatics sitting in your collection. The discovery of this rare coin caused a ripple effect in the coin collecting world. Investors began viewing rare South African coins as tangible, high-value assets. Demand for coins from the early 1990s, especially with minting errors, exploded. Now, the 1991 2-cent error coin is one of the most talked about treasures in coin circles, and its story is far from over. So there you have it, the incredible story of a 1991 2-cent South African coin that rose from pocket change to a $4 million numismatic legend. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin proves why the hobby is so thrilling. Who knows? Maybe you have one of these rare gems in your collection right now. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of the Rare Coin Archive. Got any rare coins in your collection? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep collecting and keep learning. Welcome back, treasure hunters, numismatists, and curious minds, to another thrilling deep dive on Rare Coin Archive, the channel that proves real treasure doesn't always come in chests of gold or pirate ships, but in the everyday coins you might already own. Today, we're uncovering the extraordinary mystery of a coin that may be hiding in plain sight. A coin from a pivotal moment in history, born in a land undergoing radical change, the 1992 South African 1 Rand coin. A piece so deceptively ordinary that many people overlook it. Yet, in rare forms, this coin can fetch upwards of $95,000. Yes, $95,000. That's not just numismatic hype. That's auction record real. And today, we'll take you through every layer of this modern-day mystery, from minting secrets and political backdrops to how you can identify a $95,000 version yourself. Let's set the stage. South Africa, 1992. A nation in transition. Apartheid, the rigid system of institutionalized racial segregation, is being dismantled. The country is reeling from international sanctions, internal unrest, and the looming prospect of its first democratic elections, which would eventually come in 1994. During this time, national symbols, flags, currencies, even the springbok antelope on coins, became more than just design choices. They became icons of identity, resilience, and political significance. The South African Mint, based in Centurion, continued producing coinage during this transitional era. But something unusual happened during the minting of the 1 Rand coin in 1992. Let's talk about the coin, denomination. 1 Rand are 1 year, 1992 material, nickel-plated copper weight, 7 grams diameter, 23 mm obverse, South African coat of arms reverse. The iconic springbok antelope, leaping forward edge, reeded thousands, possibly millions, of these coins were minted. So why is this 1 year, this one design possibly worth nearly 6 figures? Because within this mintage hides a numismatic anomaly. Let's break down the reasons this specific coin is being whispered about in collector circles. There are reports of a very limited number of coins that were either proof strikes mistakenly released into circulation specimen/test coins with special finishes not meant for public use, minting errors such as off-center strikes, die breaks, cracks in the stamping die, double strikes missing edge, reading weak, or over-polished strikes that obscure detail. Some coins exhibit mirror-like surfaces, similar to proof coins, coins that are normally reserved for collectors or dignitaries. Now here's the kicker. These coins weren't officially announced or recorded in mint bulletins. There are no confirmed official mint documents explaining their existence. This adds to the coin's allure, sparking rumors of unauthorized releases, private orders, or intentional test runs. Even if thousands were made, very few of these coins remain in mint condition today. Why? Because these were regular circulation coins used in vending machines, bus fares, corner shops. Most were heavily worn. Very few survived untouched, uncirculated, and well-preserved. This scarcity of high-grade examples drives the value up immensely. There have been several reported private sales, mostly in collector forums, South African numismatic communities, and international dealer networks, where a flawless 1992 R1 coin has been offered for between $25,000 and $95,000, depending on condition, error features, and certification. One coin, authenticated as a possible proof strike error, was rumored to be offered privately to a European collector for over R1.5 million, roughly $80,000. So now we want to hear from you. Have you ever found a 1992 1 Rand coin that looked just a little too shiny? Do you remember picking up change from a trip to South Africa in the 90s? Could a $95,000 treasure be sitting in your drawer right now? Tell us in the comments. We love hearing about your coin hunting stories, your discoveries, and the coins that got away. And if this episode sparked your inner collector, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell icon, so you never miss a chance to turn pocket change into a hidden fortune. Until next time, keep your coins safe, your mind curious, and your eyes sharp, because the next ordinary-looking coin you pick up might just be the one that changes your life. Take care, and as always, happy hunting.